Shout out Patter and Hum, bang bang.
Shout out, ooh,
bang bang.
Jump in the building.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with a very special episode.
Sound like we like live radio. Damn.
Dog, you spend 20 episodes producing a podcast. We get messed with a roadcaster.
Ooh.
With the touchpad. But you gotta be tame because it's not your genre.
It's a lot of.
Oh no, they didn't want that.
Oh damn! They didn't want the bucket. They didn't want Airbud. Nothing.
We worked it out. But anyway, that's not what we're here for.
Yeah.
We are joined by returning, friend. Feel like family at this point. As long as I've been in goddamn New York, man, like Jesus, it's been 4 years already. Like, dang.
Yeah, that's so true. I met you when you had just moved here. I remember when you were like, shout out Charlie
Dawes.
Yeah.
Charles. Charlie D.
Yeah. He said, hey, my friend from North Carolina just moved here. Here he is.
And I couldn't wait. As soon as you said Japan, I was like, I got so much to add.
Yeah, and then I remember you were like kind of quiet and you were just like chilling, hanging out.
Trying to observe.
And then I like started talking about One Piece to someone and then you came in. You came in hot.
Oh. Hello.
Yeah, hey.
Ooh. More people. Hello.
Victoria, Non, Victoria.
Nice to meet you.
Non.
That's Cordero.
All right, we met briefly on video call, but we saw you at Anime NYC, and that was a fun one.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So great to meet you in person.
Great to meet you in person too.
Right. We're already rolling.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I'm just in here.
Right.
Yes.
Hop right in.
Your entrance was part of the drama.
Yeah.
Maybe swing the arm in a little, Harrison, so she can.
No.
Cool. Thank you, friend.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Synergy, everybody.
Supportive friend here.
All for it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're joined by the host of Mooney's Club.
Sailor Moon Fan Club, Moody's Club, either one.
Mooney's Club podcast. Yeah. I was going off of it rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
Like you say it once and you're like,
Mooney's Club.
Club.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
Victoria.
Yeah, hey, everybody.
What's going on? I just noticed about this podcast, there's a lot of tourists in this room right now.
Yes.
Really?
A lot of tourists.
Taurus, me too.
Yeah. My birthday was yesterday.
Oh my gosh, happy birthday. Mine was last week.
Look at that. Astrology.
Are we like
astrology?
Look at that.
19th?
I wasn't even
Don't
trying.
know. Her just came through.
Wasn't even trying.
Exactly a week
Hers.
apart.
Oh, yeah, you were last Thursday.
That's how y'all roll up.
Love it.
Yes, wait.
Riding the train.
Taurus in the room.
Yeah.
Taurus, April 21st.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, my friend's birthday is the
really
21st.
holding it down.
Okay.
There
right?
is.
Yes.
What's your sign?
Like right at
Pisces.
the cutoff.
Oh, yeah. Both my parents are
Pisces.
Pisces.
You're a little bit emotional, but I like you.
Pisces.
You're
There you go.
artsy. You're artsy.
Yeah.
She's a
I always
Pisces.
get that.
Oh, you're Pisces.
I always get that.
Whoa.
I'm the one Pisces. You're the one Pisces I like.
Right?
I'm like, all right, whatever.
Got you.
I love it.
All right.
Wow.
Enough about space.
Yeah.
Try to get back to why we're here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, Non, we had on earlier for this season.
Thank you for
but we
having
didn't
me.
get to talk about anime.
We did. We
not.
did.
We just talked
We
about.
talked
We
about
just talked
Japan.
about
We
Japan.
talked about the physical
Wow.
I love Japan, so I get that.
That's not a continent.
country. The island.
We think so much of it, all right?
It's a continent in my.
But it was like, we didn't even get to talk about anime. We got to have you back. And you're someone after meeting you at Anime NYC, it was like, definitely got to chop it over. She was like, come on, she did the black panel.
Yeah.
The black creator, the black outlight, everybody on stage, black. Everybody on stage do something. You got a piece of something they done. You watch some of their material.
Yeah.
You know who I am. Like, oh wow, this is really dope.
Yeah.
This is a really cool moment. Yeah.
Thank you.
So Anime NYC was Japan heavy this year.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, previously last year.
Yeah.
Yes, last year.
I mean, it's called anime.
That's true.
I'm like, what?
I think for me it was the seeing Kamen Rider belts right in the front. Not even in the showroom, just right there in the front. I'm like, all right.
Well, yeah, because like Kamen Rider is making a comeback because it's like its 50th anniversary, or it was, I think, in last year.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
50th?
So it was like all over the place. Yeah, 50th. Like my mom grew up watching Kamen Rider.
Victoria, you watch Kamen?
I don't. Yeah, but I'm familiar, but I never watched it. Yeah.
Got you.
But yeah, it has been out for a minute.
Is there any other Japanese media that you watch besides anime?
I watch some J dramas. Not too many though.
Ooh,
I think that's about it.
What are some J dramas you like?
I watched this one Nobuta will produce.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Iconic.
Yeah, it was so good. And of course, I watched Sailor Moon, the PGSM live action, which is another one that's good.
So good. I need to find it.
It's you got to find it in not so legal places.
Started watching Crystal. I was like, this is just pretty. Like, this is just gorgeous.
Crystal's cool.
Yeah.
Just look, but I'm so tempted. I want to make AMV of Tuxedo Mask, but it always has to be like Future or something. So I'm like, now I feel like I'm just tainting the source material for no reason.
But he is low key like not the best. So like I feel like that would be good.
I'm like, yo, why are you here?
Yeah. He does not help.
To look good and give you the
like
comfort
Future.
you want. Give you the comfort you want.
Just a concept.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
just a concept.
Right.
Manic
I don't know why I'm in this
dream
loop either.
match.
Yo, when I found out they're all pretty much in like a loop of like constantly going through like world destruction, and then you come. I'm like, it's always come back. You get suited up, mask, hat, everything. You got everything on but a cane.
Yeah.
He has a cane sometimes.
See, look
He
at
has a cane
that.
sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah. He'll
Like
use it to like
floating in the
fight.
wind.
Because he doesn't have any powers, so he uses it to fight.
But he only got one. It's not even like he in charge of the rest of them.
No.
Nothing. He don't say nothing to
He's
them.
a psychic.
Yeah.
He's a damsel in distress. Yeah.
He's a
Which is what makes
Messy.
It's
Sailor Moon radical, right?
Exactly. Like, how often do you see that?
Yes.
He's a sixth ranger, but only 2 Sailor Moon.
Yeah. Yeah.
On a team of 1, he's number 6.
He go pull the car around. You know? He just
You need that, though.
there
You
to
need that.
pull
Somebody got to drive the car. Somebody got to drive the getaway car.
Yeah, it's it's ladies' night.
Yeah.
All right. We need a DD because we all get
Exactly.
Fred drove the car.
You
That's
need
why he's
that.
in the group.
It's an important role.
Yes, important role.
Yeah.
Tuxedo Mask. Right? I don't think I've seen anything else that like compares to, I guess, the experience of Sailor Moon.
That's what I'm trying to think. Like, is there another? I mean, like, because would you have to go outside of Magical Girl, or would you have to?
It's mainly from like
Claymore.
I love Claymore.
Claymore.
Claymore was the first anime I watched after Toonami.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how I came across it, but like I love that anime
fire.
so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it was Fate Zero. I don't want to count Witchblade. It was too horny. It was too like trying to rewatch it now. As a kid, I kind of liked it. I see why I was like, this is cool, but like, this is unnecessary. It's like, damn, everybody got to.
As a child, Gerard was like, "This is gratuitous."
Like, it's a little uncomfortable to watch this.
7-year-old.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'll see myself.
In my mother's living room. Just I'm like trying to explain to her like, how did I get this on a cable?
you
box?
can't explain anime to parents.
It's so hard, man.
Yeah.
And then even when it's giant robot, she was like, well, why they got titties? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know, man.
Because
It's
why
giant.
not?
They're fighting bugs.
A lot of people say Cardcaptor Sakura though. That's like
I liked it. That was really cool.
No.
Even as dub, it was like, this is fun.
Yeah.
Stuff, like Cardcaptor Sakura. I was just recently talking to my friend about how like shockingly feminist
First
a
of
lot
all,
of their work is.
fits every
Yes.
fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
Every fight.
God.
You had your own stylist before
Yeah.
you knew what you was doing. Making your own fits.
they don't do it like that no more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They want special effects and the frames not to look all buggy, but they don't want 3D animation. So it.
Did Pretty Cure make it to
Oh yeah, I haven't watched it, but I feel like a lot of people like
What is?
love
Pretty Cure?
Is it
Pretty
the one where
Cure,
they
Cure.
hold hands and they transform? Or no?
No.
I think I'm
Like
thinking.
so there's like various generations. So this is how Japanese girls figure out like how old you are.
Which one you watch?
Because they'll be like, how many pretty cures did you have? You know, and I'm like elder like pretty cure because like I grew up with like I was like tail end of Sailor Moon, and then there was a phase of Ojamajo Doremi, which is like
I think I remember that.
It was like short lived, but
Yeah.
it was like pinpoint my generation. And then when I was maybe like almost too old for it, so like my younger cousins who are like 2 years younger than me, that's when Pretty Cure came in. And when we were watching it, there were only 2 of them. So when I say I had 2 Pretty Cure, they go, "Oh, you're like almost 30."
Damn, that's like that's like a Destiny's Child question. Like, how many Destiny's Childs did you have?
Yeah.
How many
When you were born?
I remember when it was 4.
Yeah, and then this summer, when I was back in Japan, or this past summer when I was back in Japan, sometimes my grandma would just like have the TV on until like Pretty Cure would come on on like Sunday morning, and there were like 8, you know, and now they're like in like a tropical island, way different storyline.
What do they do? Like what's the quick synopsis?
And each one is different characters too,
yes,
right?
like each season just has like an entirely new generation of Pretty Cure. And I guess I didn't like watch the subsequent seasons, so I don't know how they like evolve. But basically, as like the title suggests, I mean, don't like at me or like you can do your own research.
You about to say some heat? You about to?
I was like, no, I'm like I could be totally wrong.
Do I need to put a warning
as,
before this take right now?
As the title suggests, excuse me. As the title suggests, like I think it's like. I mean, I guess that's all magical girls, but they like cure, you know, like there's like sad people, and then they like bring love, and people are cured. Like that's part of like, you know, they fight with love.
It's a pretty cure.
It's a pretty cure.
It's like it's literally Care Bears kind of. That's what it sounds. Yeah, it's a. See
this one she got a fist out.
So that's my generation of Pretty Cure.
Okay.
The 2 of them. The first.
That's so
the
funny.
2 of them. Yeah, when it's the.
Is this
that's the same.
Is this
Yeah.
source material for Powerpuff Girls or something?
I don't know. I think Powerpuff Girls were earlier than Pretty Cure.
Really?
Is this like all of them all
I'm
together?
actually not sure what the.
It's like a Power Rangers photo. That's crazy.
So then they
There's
keep
so many.
increasing.
Yeah.
They kept
There's like
increasing.
60 Pretty Cures.
It's wild. Yeah.
That's why when I tell them I know 2 Pretty Cure, they're like, okay, so like
There's
from
like 50
20
now.
years ago.
Wow.
That's rough. I never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's wild.
Sheesh.
All right, we're gonna have to throw that up.
That's
It's
how
free
they
on
clock
Tubi.
you.
Shout out Tubi.
It's like, what was your Toonami lineup?
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Magical Girl animes. They maybe I think it was called Pre-Cure. Is that one?
Yeah, Pretty Cure.
Yeah, that's what she's talking about.
No, it was literally called like Pre-Cure.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the same
Cure.
thing. Pretty
Yeah.
Cure, Pre-Cure. It's just
But,
shortened.
Yeah, pretty.
Yeah.
How do they transform? Because the one I'm thinking of, it was
The cell phones?
No, this one it might not be called Pre-Cure then. All right, I'm thinking of something completely different then. All right, never mind. That's out there.
Yeah.
No. You're thinking, but maybe you're thinking of a different generation.
Yeah. It's the characters and everything else
everything's
changes
fully
every single
changed,
time.
yeah.
Like, they don't follow the
So
same characters
was there a
throughout.
season where like they ran up on this girl with like you're like the princess?
There's
Was-
like 15
Yeah,
seasons. I don't know.
I told you. It's been going for
All
like
right.
20 years.
Well, I guess I gotta do my own
Now you
research.
see, now you know how the rest of us feel sometimes. You can be like, you heard of this? You heard of this?
I was just asking the question. That's all. I was like,
Yeah,
maybe I'm not saying it
unfortunately,
right.
none of us
Sometimes I feel like I'm
was.
like maybe I just gave up too quickly.
That's how I
on
feel
the
about
question.
One Piece. That's how-
Pretty cute.
And I understood.
Yeah.
You see. Once I'm like, I'm sorry. You're right.
Did you
I jabbed a
watch
little hard.
Puella Magica?
Yes, Madoka Magica. I love
Yes.
Madoka
couldn't-
Magica.
Like
I couldn't
that
make it
is
past
a
the first. What
really
is this?
good like subversion of
Sailor
the
Moon,
like
Magical Girl.
You can't make it past the first episode.
Really?
Did you say?
No.
Like you
I-
have to.
It was
You have
Yeah.
to.
It was a
That's
little
the
much
thing.
for me. I was like, I don't know if I can do this.
It's dark.
Yeah,
It's a
I
very
was
dark
like,
show.
It was very abrupt.
It gets darker.
It was
Yeah,
very.
it gets darker and
I'm
darker,
like-
but you have to
I'm
like
like-
push past it. I think.
Yeah.
I only do but so much now. What?
You do Attack on Titan?
See, nah. After I saw the
Okay,
Berserk trilogy,
interesting.
like
Oh, yeah, that's hard.
I'm like, whew.
Yeah.
Oh,
Berserk was hard. I
like-
couldn't do nothing else for a little
for
bit
like
after
a week.
that.
I'm like, ooh, this is how it starts. Wait, no, that's a flashback in the So they go back to. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that was a rough watch.
Yeah.
I was like, Griffith is the first character. I'm like, I hate him. I don't like.
He's kind of like
this
Joffrey.
person.
He
From,
could be like a Joffrey. Yeah.
From Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I hate him.
Yeah.
I hate him.
Yeah.
Never liked him. Speaking of Game of Thrones, I was so busy watching One Piece, never seen a single episode.
That's funny.
Never
That's
seen a
hilarious.
single
Yeah, I
episode.
also haven't seen Game
Game
of
of
Thrones.
Thrones.
I watched up to like the third, maybe fourth season. I was like, yeah, I'm cool.
Whole family seen it.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Everybody.
Am I the only one who missed that Netflix is making a live action One Piece?
No,
I keep forgetting about it,
I know.
honestly. But I know. I keep forgetting about it.
Like-
the cast look, because everybody's so calm about it. Nobody's really up in arms. It's like, this looks terrible. It's like, no, everything looks.
So
Like
far,
they're
so
doing it
good.
so like
Oda's involved, though. So I'm kind of like, okay.
He's signing. Are you a One Piece fan?
I am a One Piece fan. So I'm kind of like, I'm nervous.
Yeah,
But I'm like, so far,
nervous.
so good. Like, the casting's been
But don't you feel
decent.
confident about it? Like, hey,
I'm nervous. Because after Cowboy Bebop, I'm like, I trusted them with Cowboy Bebop. And
after
then
the trailer?
It's
No.
not for
After the
us.
trailer, no.
It's not for us.
After the trailer, I'm like, this is not going to be the anime.
yeah.
I'm
But when
like,
they announced the casting and, like, the first, like, initial looks, I was like, okay. And then the trailer, I was like, this
Anybody
looks
can cosplay.
bad.
Anybody-
Yeah.
You can get the.
Yeah.
But when it's time
I'm
to get these
also
scenes
just
together.
like, why? You know, watch the anime.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's what, and I keep saying it's really not for us because it's like it's hard enough for people who don't watch anime to make the jump. It's like, well, here's a thing that's like at least it's got live people in it, and then at the end, because at the end of every
Gateway.
episode, like at the end of was it Death Note, right? You should watch the actual show. It's way better than this movie. So it's like
Yeah.
they try to pull you in.
That's the
Yeah.
That's what I think it's for. Because if you're trying to do it for the fans, it can't be that bad, and you actually trying to do it for the fans.
yeah.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
they're too hit or miss. There's no way.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know about One Piece. Like, I'm hopeful, but I'm not confident
That's a
yet.
big attempt.
Yeah,
That's a
it's
big-
really
That's a
risky.
that's a lot going. For me, it's plain and simple. If the smile don't hit right with like Luffy,
Yeah.
it's done.
And I think it's like 12 episodes they're doing? I'm like, what are you gonna cover in 12
Yeah.
episodes? Like, really?
Like
lot.
which 12?
right.
Right?
Yeah. Like,
And also like the effects are just
Exactly.
like
yeah.
wow, it could be so bad, right?
Yeah, Luffy alone.
That's the thing that I'm trying to
Like-
figure out. Is like they can't make him stretchy. I don't think they can make because making stretchy people in live action is creepy.
I mean,
It's creepy.
They did Violet Beauregard and Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka.
Right.
Every time I think I have nightmares
true.
about that Michael Jordan Space Jam.
Oh, when he
Oh,
reaches
yeah.
His elbow was like half the court.
It was weird.
That's weird.
He was
It
a
was
Looney
weird.
Tune.
Yeah, he thought he could be a cartoon. Cool, but no.
But no.
No.
It didn't, don't really mess
His
with me.
veins started stretching. That was weird.
I didn't mind Mr.
my God.
Fantastic.
It's the blue suit. And even
Okay.
though that's still kind of
So
weird
it's the
too.
skin.
When he was wrapping people up, he was
Yeah,
wrapping
Luffy
people
is
up.
all skin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
wearing
Luffy's-
clothes.
Is his whole arm and leg?
Yeah.
If he comes out with a long arm and
You gonna
leg,
be done.
No, that gotta be like.
like,
That's
nope.
freaky.
You
weird.
saying it now, like her saying like, well, Luffy's just bare skin. I'm like, it gotta be gross fighting. him.
What if
like,
they change his power?
just fight?
No, then that's so
Burn it.
blasphemous.
I'll delete my
That's
Netflix
so
account.
blasphemous.
I'll get rid of everything. I'll never see Shaman King or JoJo.
you know what? Actually,
God.
it depends. If Oda's involved and he's signing off, and he's got say on like who does what, because even though this is like more kung fu movie, the body animation on Kung Fu Hustle flawless.
Yes.
Making the frogman happen,
Yes.
doing all the
Yes.
kicking and the
Yes.
like stomping the toes out. That was funny. That was hilarious.
Make it look as practical as
as
possible.
practical
Yeah.
as possible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't rely on a screen.
Yeah.
Right.
Like-
Don't try to remake the anime because then it's
Then
just
I-
No,
weird.
you don't have. You
Just-
don't have to.
Right.
You don't have to, man.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Let me see. Victoria, what era of anime would you place yourself in?
What era?
Yeah, as far as
I'm definitely like, my introduction was Toonami, that 90s block, Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, Tenchi Muyo, like that. I skipped Gundam.
okay, understandable
enough.
too.
It
It's
was
like
on-
not
It was over my
today.
head.
It's like not today.
I was just like, I got homework to do. I can't be trying to figure out the politics of your
I'm like,
robot culture.
So none of y'all fighting in a suit today?
Right, we just talking. I'll see y'all
No.
tomorrow. I'm not doing
Ow.
this. Yeah.
Are we on the command deck for 20 minutes?
I got things to do. Like
Bunch of depressed terrorist teenagers. It's like, I don't know why I gotta do this, man.
right.
It's crazy.
Like especially after like Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z. Like I'm not trying to watch people talk all day. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, very heady.
yeah.
It seems like it wouldn't be heady because you're like giant robots.
Right. But nope.
Even G Gundam got a little heady sometimes too. I'm like, all right, but you come on, we were having so much fun just doing the tournament. And now you throwing in like other things like Sick Sisters and like Bandito Brothers and stuff. It was, what was it, Mexico Tequila Gundam? I'm like, all right, who done this?
It's a Gundam with a poncho.
Right. Dumb stuff. Like the mermaid.
gosh.
It was wild. Like the one from Africa was a zebra Gundam. I'm like, you could have gave it a better name.
my
Yeah,
God.
it just had a pattern on it. I'm like, come on. Come on.
Lion Gundam? No.
Exactly.
No, yeah.
Grease get the Zeus
Anything.
Gundam. Come on.
Man.
Come on. Do you have a favorite era of Toonami? Or maybe like a favorite like list?
Because we recently did like for the what was it 25th anniversary I think it was.
Yeah, it just
we did like we went back and actually saw they had the original lineups from its 94 release, and this was news to me that actually when they were trying to form it, they started adding anime. The first one that they did was actually Sailor Moon. Before everybody thinks it's Dragon Ball Z, was actually Sailor Moon.
Oh,
They had Sailor
yeah.
Moon for a run for like a good 6 months before they put Z in there.
Oh,
They're like,
see, man, pioneers out here.
yeah.
Would you believe?
What was your four? What
Oh,
was your-
excuse me. I'll wait.
Oh.
I'll wait. I'll
What would
wait.
you believe? Well, no.
No. I'll wait.
Oh man, what's the question gonna be?
No, yeah. What was your
I think-
four? Like your lineup. What was
I
your
think
go-to?
that was it, because I was really like the most time I was consistently watching Toonami was like that Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, Tenchi Muyo. Because I don't think like Inuyasha was on it. That was like Adult Swim,
prime time
right?
That was
Yeah,
Adult Swim.
like
Adult
later
Swim.
on, it was definitely like that Adult Swim, Inuyasha, and Cowboy Bebop.
Yours could have had
But
what was it?
There
Fruits
was
Basket?
a transition to Adult
Fruit
Swim.
Baskets around
Fruit
there.
Basket. What about
Yeah.
did yours have Ronin Warriors on it?
Oh, maybe, but I wasn't watching it then. Yeah,
That was-
but maybe it might have been before Sailor Moon or something. I think.
Would-
I think that was it.
Would you say that's the boy attempt at Sailor Moon? Ronin Warriors?
Maybe, but I feel like it came out around the same time. Was it? Because isn't like Ronin Wars like 80s?
I'm saying as
early
far as
90s?
like transformations and
Oh,
look at the boys together, all color coordinated as a rainbow.
maybe. I mean, all of them are Power Rangers. So.
Right.
So I mean,
Right.
yeah, maybe.
The Sailor Moon did it
Yeah.
in like you can watch the transformation every single time
Yeah.
and not be bothered. Like, yo, that's what I came to see.
Like that's
Yeah,
the
that's
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm never skipping that.
Every single time.
Yeah.
All of them. When they do the moves, like every time I watch
That's
it.
when
Exciting
you
every
get
time.
hyped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, things about to go down.
You stop the pose.
Her
happening?
poses? Yo, well, what's that meme that somebody
Yeah.
made where they put her
Oh, with the like.
with the cholos? Like she just
Yeah.
doing. I'm like, come on, stop
Yes.
playing.
Yeah.
I love it.
I think it's that one in Saint Seiya that's like heavy in the Latino
Yes.
community. Like that was like starters or that's the one I see the most subbed in Spanish.
Yeah.
I'll definitely say that. Dang. I would say my favorite Toonami era was like when they started getting weird with like Gundam SD and Hamtaro.
Oh, I love
And then, like,
Taro was so good.
I'm like, why do I like this so
Hamtaro.
much?
Hamtaro
It was so
fun.
calming.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
Also, you know what's really underrated?
It was like
Hamster.
Rugrats.
Hamtaro
Yes.
games.
The
Hamtaro
games? Oh, the
video
games were fun.
never played
I got it
the
for GBA. I
games.
played the one.
Really?
Yeah, the
It's solid.
Hamtaro GBA
It's
game
solid
is like
platformer.
perfect level of challenging,
Solid
really
platformer.
good story,
Yeah.
right?
It sounds like it would because it's like a little adventure.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're going on.
It's almost like you skinned a Kirby game, but with like
No.
chubby little hamsters. That's it.
That's
they all got little
hysterical.
powers.
That
they all
sounds
got yeah.
fun.
Dang.
The
Yeah.
Hamtaro video games, highly underrated.
Okay.
IMO. I was trying to find like ways to play them during the pandemic.
Oh, we'll get you a link on
I'll
the
tell you.
emulator. We'll get you a link
I
on
just
the
got an
emulator.
emulator.
Oh man.
My friend put a bunch of Sailor Moon games on there.
Let's not just casually talk about that. I ain't about to get struck down by the great Nintendo and all these other
I know, right?
all these other companies.
I didn't get anything. right.
Bleep it out. Bleep it out.
What's an emulator?
Right.
Yeah.
Nah, they finally capitalizing on that. They finally getting smart. It was like, hey, maybe we should put all of these things like backlog
Right.
Yeah.
all of our library on our
Yeah.
consoles.
Yeah. They still haven't done the Sailor Moon game, so I don't know why.
Oh yeah, there's a
need
Sailor
to.
Moon
There's
fighter.
a
Did not
fighting game.
know.
There's an
Yeah.
RPG game. They have like a bunch of
They had
games.
RPG?
Yeah.
Wow. actually sounds kind of good. I've been on a anime video game kick.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Of just finding. First, I was at Book Off, over in Sunset Park. It was like a copy of Brave Master. You ever heard of that anime?
Yeah, I used to read that manga. It was the only manga my high school had.
That's how I felt watching it. I was just like, this is all they can get. I'll take it. I'm like, it's good.
Yeah.
My man fighting for these gems. He put in the sword changed. Let's go. I'll take it. Let's go. I found that for the GBA. And then I went to these shops in like deep Brooklyn. It was a Bleach game that's actually not bad. It's a fighter. I was like, this is surprisingly not bad for a DS game. And then Jump Superstars.
Oh, Harrison was playing that.
It's my shit. Like,
yeah.
It was just casually in a basket for like $10. I'm like, yes, give me that. He was like, it's in Japanese. I was like, I don't care. They make manuals online. Somebody translate this.
Figure it out.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
So it was like.
I know what the A button does.
Remember how I told.
That's all you need.
Remember how I told you? Nah, it's pretty complex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it takes.
It's like levels of
learning
mission based,
curves,
and
yeah.
it's like, oh, get a KO like this. And it's like, how was I supposed to know that? Like,
I feel like older games are kind of harder sometimes.
Yes,
honestly.
they are.
it's like, no, you want to lock in. Like,
Yeah.
You gotta think.
you got your money's worth out of it. Instead of now, it's like, hey, this is an unfinished $20 to maybe $30 game. You got to buy it in installments.
Right.
If you want the full experience.
Over 5 years.
Right. Jump Superstars, I played that in middle school because this kid that used to be in Japan, his dad's in the military, is now in rural ass North Carolina. I remember talking to him about it. He's like, yeah, I have that game. You want to borrow it? I'm like, yeah, I want it. I thought it was just on TV. Like, yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
it was a trip.
that's how Harrison got into JoJo.
Oh,
Because
right?
they were playing Jump Superstar.
Who is this purple guy in the hat? Who is this guy?
Yeah. And was
Miss
like,
Elliott.
okay, I need to read all of it.
It was wild. It blew my mind with all of these Jump characters. I'm like, who is that? Who is that? The sequel had a patch that was in English enough that you can complete the whole game. Emulator. And I was done after that. I was like, I don't know anything about anime. I know nothing about anime.
That's a wild introduction to anime.
It's crazy because
Wide open.
they broke it down to like worlds. It's like, oh, here's a sports world. I'm like, Prince of Tennis. What is what was it, like slam dunk? I think it was a volleyball one. It was a soccer one. I'm like, I
Haikyuu
don't
Captain Tsubasa.
Who was
yeah,
the
there's
first
a new game for that.
Yeah.
first introduction to Hunter x Hunter?
Oh,
Who are this kid with a yo-yo and a fishing rod? who is these people? Yeah, it was different.
Yeah.
It was different. It was fun.
What was yours? Did you guys have like a moment where you had to like, not even for pressure or anybody else, but for yourself, like, damn, I gotta step my anime game up, like, or like just like this content, I thought I knew as much as I did, and then left turn. There's more than Studio Ghibli. I didn't even know. Like,
Deep cuts.
Deep cuts.
Stuff you didn't know.
Random, yeah. Did you like have that moment?
I think for me, there was a lot of like classic anime I missed out on that I felt like I had to go back and watch, like Rurouni Kenshin and like.
That's on my forever list.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. I'm like, dang, I stopped. Like I didn't watch that. I didn't watch this. Like I didn't watch Naruto until like last year.
Fair enough.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen
How'd you like
Yeah.
it?
I'll say.
Good. I like it. Well, I finished Naruto. I'm still going through Naruto Shippuden. I skipped a lot though. I skipped the fillers.
I almost want to tell you, like,
Don't even do it.
because of like what it turned out to be. Either that or just read it.
If you like
Okay.
boy love stories, then you might actually like it.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
either that or just read it.
Yeah.
But like watching it,
Yeah.
at times I'm like, yeah, this is torture. Like,
Yeah.
we tried rewatching The War,
Oh
and
yeah.
I'm like,
Do it.
yo, every episode was a punch and then a flashback. Like,
Flashback from 5
Flashbacks
episodes
are
ago.
wild.
damn, like
It's hard to binge because I feel like because the shows were happening every week, it probably wouldn't have been bad if
put
you're
pressure
watching it
on
every
'em.
week. But like
Yeah.
when you're binging it, it's like I know what I don't need this flat bash. I just watched that like 2 hours ago. Like I'm
Yeah.
good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah. So, and I still haven't like seen Bleach, but like
What
That's-
did you? So
that's gonna be a good
So was One Piece?
I'm excited for Bleach. Yeah, I hear good things.
Was One Piece the only like one of the big three?
Recently, yeah, like of
Okay.
that era. One Piece
Okay.
is the only one that I've watched, which
Wow.
I feel like is good because I feel like that's the one
It's
that
enough.
seems to be the best, low key.
It'd be
Yeah.
It's the one that's still going.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
That's true too.
Maintained relevance.
Right.
people don't consider Bleach to be in big three.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
blows my mind.
I don't understand.
I don't get it because those are like the big three. Like when I was like in high school and like that era, like those are the only ones people were talking about.
Yeah, I mean, like Japanese
time.
people are really surprised that both Bleach and Naruto are so popular in America.
Crazy.
Yeah,
It's
Wow.
Yeah.
I still don't get how Bleach hit. Like,
Yeah.
how you do that with swordplay? Like,
Yeah.
everybody got a sword. Everybody
Yeah.
just going at it in internal fights and.
Yeah, see, because like for us, like with like Rurouni Kenshin or anything, like sword fighting, passe. Like you've seen
this
so
every day.
many kinds of it, you know, like
Right.
so it was just another one, right? But yeah, so even like ninja stuff again,
Right.
it was like just another one.
Yeah.
We
Right.
grew up with all of that content. So then, like, a lot of the times when I talk to Japanese people and I'm like, yeah, like, Naruto and Bleach were so big, they go, yeah, huh, like, I guess those animes existed, you know? Like, it is a little bit
Came
interesting.
and went for them. Maybe is it because it's pirates that One Piece? Like it's such a far out there, like such an
It just
interesting.
Captures everybody.
works. Like everything that, especially what people ask for now, it's like I want world building, I want character development, I want different. It's all in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it, like, kept opening up in ways
Yeah.
that, like, we kept being like, whoa, like, gotcha. Like,
Yeah, and it
you're
keeps
doing this
building,
again.
too.
Yes.
When you try to like call bullshit on that, it's like, well, if you kind of remember like 100 episodes ago, there was like this one moment when they showed. It's like, dang, he just covers his ass every step of the way, and he gives you the concept of it, and then in shadows he works on it, and then you get Kaido trying to kill itself. It's like that's like the give and take with One Piece. It's like you invest your time and then you just get it. It's insane. Like how they playing it now, I'm like, I can't. I don't want to talk about that now. I'll talk about it for an hour straight. It's wild. I'll stop.
Yeah.
I'll shut up. So Rave Master, right? Have you seen What's it? Are there any new Magical Girl shows that you would maybe recommend? A shonen guy that's trying to get off of shonen for a little bit, like a kick at least.
Like new is kind of relative, but like Princess Tutu is really cool.
Princess Tutu.
I really like. I don't know if you've seen that. It's like a I guess an adaptation of like the Swan Lake stories. If you've seen like Black Swan or anything like that, it's really good. It's
Is
really
it more
good.
of a drama?
A little bit, but it has some comedy. Like the main character is really cute. Her name is Duck.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, super
Perfect.
super cute character. I don't know if you ever seen like Little Witch Academia. That's on Netflix. That's kind of, it's not a magical girl, but it is like in the same realm a little bit. So like I feel like that. It's kind of like it feels Ghibli-ish.
Okay.
I'm trying to think what else.
It's not
Yeah.
Princess Tutu.
Yeah. I don't know what
That's
it's
locked
on.
Okay.
It's on something.
You're like, 'cause I watched it.
Right. I mean, it was years ago, but I watched it because I think it came out like 2013, maybe.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of new ones. I feel like Precure is like the like,
It's, like,
the
still
new
going,
popular like
yeah.
only one that's like.
How
still
long-
I
So how long has
recognize
it been out
that.
now?
I'm like, I've
Yeah.
seen those
20 years now?
characters. Yeah.
It said it's been out 20 years.
Like
now?
I
almost,
think
probably.
so. Yeah. I think it just celebrate its 20th.
Yeah, it might
Maybe,
have.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm
Sheesh.
trying to think what else. Yeah. I'm like blanking out. I mean, we were talking about Madoka Magic, but you say you're already
Yeah.
like not off that. So
You're not.
It's because I watched the first episode
I need to get
years
back.
ago.
Ah, see.
Give it
and-
another shot. Give it another shot.
yeah.
Eventually, it's. I think because I'm stepping outside of the shonen, everything's not always happy.
It's
and-
different.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's
it's
really
just like,
different.
ah,
Okay,
hurts
a
a
not
little
bit.
shonen
No triumphant.
anime.
So like a good transition for me was like something like Samurai Flamenco. I'm like, it could be interesting in different ways. Like
Okay.
come on, you can
Have
you can
seen
try.
Michiko and Hachkin?
No,
That's really good. That's really good.
I've been watching Monster, and I never seen Death Note.
That sounds so good.
You haven't seen Death
I've
Note?
never
That's
seen
so
Death Note.
interesting.
He's halfway through it now though. Like,
Yeah, I'm like
Okay.
on like
episode.
20 something.
Yeah.
But
Oh, so you like there?
yeah,
Yeah.
I can't stand like I hate that.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you're
He
kind
gets
of past the
annoying.
peak.
Yeah, that's
You're
what I was
past the
thinking.
half.
Yeah.
I feel it. I feel the tension. I was like, this is pretty tense. I like it, but it's like yeah. And then after this, I'll probably do Brotherhood because I watched Full Metal original last summer. So dark. Oh my god. Good. Like realizing people watch it on Adult Swim. I saw the uncut on Netflix. I didn't know it was that much blood hitting the floor. Like
Yeah.
throughout the.
Wait. Super different
Go for
angle.
it. Do it.
Okay, Kotaro lives alone.
Yeah.
Watching it. Oh my
Tara lives alone. Okay.
Kotaro Lives Alone. It's so sweet.
Yeah.
And then it's so sad.
It gives you like
But
Ranking
then
the
it's
King
so
vibes,
sweet.
but like,
You know what else is
but
another
in a duplex. Imagine like,
Duplex.
like just like in an apartment complex. So like instead of ranking a king, instead of a castle, he's just.
I saw one scene of him like asking his neighbor for something. His neighbor was like, "What do you mean you don't have that?" And I was like, "This feels like Shin-chan without cursing."
Kind of.
Okay.
It's like wholesome Shin-chan, but like actual like social issues or like kind of the undertone of what it is to kind of be outsiders in a society and those kind of things that are packaged in this like cute Shin-chan-esque like energy. So then it's like so heartbreaking and like really nice and wholesome at the same time. It's a really good like non-shonen watch.
Was this one of the series that you seen at what convention did you go to when you went to Japan? You told us about.
Oh, Jump Fest? No, this is
wasn't
not,
Jump.
Yeah, no, this is not Jump.
Did you see any press for like some of the anime or shows that?
It's Netflix on.
Yeah, it's Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Did you see like any promotion for any of the series like now that's like available?
I feel like most of them like the stuff that they were pushing when I like at that Jump Fest was like a lot of the games. So then it was like all the Dragon Ball Z stuff, and then we talked
That's
about
been
like
such a
all
weird
the new
transition.
like Yu-Gi-Oh, like the new generation of Yu-Gi-Oh, like that was like the really big one. And obviously, I mean, we talked about like Jolene's JoJo was like another big thing. But yeah, I think it was more about like the new seasons of existing ones that they were focusing on. So it was like Jujutsu, because like the Jujutsu Kaisen movie had just come out at the same time. And then My Hero Academia was like the other big one. And then Spy Family.
Oh yeah,
I'm watching
that was the one
It's so good.
Okay.
Yeah,
I read the manga.
yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, you'd like it because it actually it does.
A little bit of both.
It's got a little like it's got just enough action in it, like just enough. Like you get like a dope scene that's well animated, and then the rest is like it's jokes. It's very funny.
I'm gonna figure out this whole list thing I got. Nah, cause like
imagine you
so
get
stressed.
like
damn.
imagine like
I mean,
you got a
there's
mission.
so many.
You gotta go
Yeah.
like you like the baddest spy in the world, right? But your mission is to start a family. That's
All right, you got me sold right there. That's not like a
I
Pixar.
feel like
movie.
I kind of want to tell him a little bit of the rest, but I'm not
Like,
like
no,
let's leave it at that. Leave it at that.
honestly,
Yeah,
Nah, it's
I'm
like
leave it at that.
I'll take the
That's it.
recommendation.
It's like here's my like I've taken on so many. I've done this. I've done this. I've done that. Your mission. I need you to go sit your ass down, start a family, and wait it out for like 2 seconds.
Is that like his mom or something?
No, it's like he's like a spy. He's trying to stop a war. That's all it is. He's trying to stop a war.
All right, I'll watch it. All right.
Sold. Fine.
Yeah. Nah,
It just started, so you don't have a lot to
It
do.
really just started.
Because it's
Yeah.
like, because it's so many, like, not just watching stuff I've never seen before, but then like finding new old things that I just didn't know
Yeah.
about. Like, I'm watching Mazinger now. I'm losing my damn. I'm like, what is this show?
Yeah.
This is insane. The main bad guy's name is Dr. Hell. I'm like, this is intense.
That's wild.
This is intense. This is a mecha anime where dudes not in suits is fighting guys in suits, and you got half men, half women. It's all over the place. The first black guy that shows up rips his eyes out so that way he can use his powers at full strength. I'm like, what is this show?
Wow.
What is this show?
wild.
This is within the first 10 episodes.
I think it's realizing you get to that point where it's like you so sucked in that you treat like Crunchyroll or VRV almost like you would Netflix, like new. And you're like, all right, let's put this on. I'll see what it is. I'm watching an isekai right now where the main character is a skeleton man.
I think I saw a
Yeah.
little bit of that. Yeah.
He got transported to a game. The only thing was his character, because like in the video game he could pick whatever skin he wanted. He just gave himself a skeleton face as a goof. Now he has to keep his helmet on because he don't want to scare people. And he just running around saving the day.
Oh, Skeleton Knight?
Yeah, the skeleton knight.
Got you.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought you was going to say it was like the skeleton bookshop.
Oh, no.
Clerk.
Yeah, no.
It's just it's a skeleton that works at a manga shop. And just that, like, one time he had, like, an English actor that had, like, he knew Japanese but was really bad, and he didn't know he was getting hentai for his daughter. It was a whole bit. I'm like, yo, what is this? Right, just in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
Bro, different. Japanese people are different. Oh my gosh.
Have you seen Ancient Magus Bride? That one was pretty good.
Who?
Ancient Magus Bride.
I've heard of, actually.
That one's fun. It's like very fantasy, really cute.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try. I gotta try.
Another skeleton.
Maybe my problem is I'm watching stuff too intense.
Right.
Maybe that's my problem.
Well, that's the thing. Is like now I'm really just like Crunchyroll will be like, hey, this new episode just, you know, when they show the header, I start clicking on it now. I'm just like, all right, fuck it, I'll take a gamble. I got 30 minutes. I got a break.
Reel into the wholesome shit.
Honestly,
I be too committed with like the
monthly shoujo Nozaki-kun. Have you seen that one? Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
Gintama. I'm like, wait, I've never
Gintama
seen.
is shonen though.
It's so funny. It's too funny. It's too funny. I'm like, this is a spiky hair.
Oh, this one you might like. Love is War. It's two people.
Oh my god!
It's two people who
Kaguya-sama.
are basically they're basically
actually,
two people who are in love with each other.
Have you seen this
No.
one?
But they're so
It's on
stubborn.
Netflix?
They
I feel
want
like I've
the other
seen that.
person to admit.
I think
they're
I
like
saw it on
school,
VRV, actually.
like they're basically like school
it's like he'll
valedictorians.
say it.
But it's like no, it's
But then they
Yeah.
like basically punk each other
That's
each episode
funny.
into
well, it's
being
like
like showing
the
they got a
guy and the
Anybody?
girl.
Teach
Our sponsor.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm only like a couple episodes in, but it's just like, all right, fuck it, I'll see what this is.
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh yeah, we have
because
shows.
it's basically like a subversion of like the high school love story because the idea is basically that this guy and girl like each other, but they won't admit it. And they're trying to get the other to say it first, and they take it to like extreme.
Oh, so it's like legit war.
Yeah.
That's funny. I like it.
Yeah.
It was like
I like that.
It was one where it was like they were almost having like a non-existent text war with each other or some shit. It was just like if I can get
And then like violence, but like it's really funny.
That sounds great.
And like she is like super 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 rich, so she has like infinite resources
Oh my
to just like
gosh.
terrorize him. It's really funny.
I think I know what my problem is. I have a hard time weaning off of if it's Japanese media, of any live action or animated. As long as that boy element is there versus transformation, robots, some type of tech, like suits. The elements just sprinkled in there. It's like I'm fine with it.
Well, I think watching Ghibli Young, watching like Grave of Fireflies,
Right.
Oh my gosh, dramatic.
Right.
I mean, yeah, like watching shit like that where it's like, oh, I picked that up. So excited. I was like, oh, because it's just a cute little girl and a dude with a hat on. I was like, oh, they about to go on an adventure. There's fireflies everywhere.
Nope.
The wrong kind of adventure.
Not a fun adventure.
So
But
sad.
watching that and then being like, oh, like this can be animated, well made, and not a punch thrown, no dragons, no nothing. It's just like, oh, this was just a cool piece of the way they told the story was fire. Or I got into like horror stuff, like watching like Paprika. Or like weird like the
Perfect Blue and stuff.
Perfect Blue. I was like I found out about
It
Wicked
did.
City like last year. Like
It did put me in a different mood when this was still 2020 when HBO Max just came out. They had a bunch of Ghibli stuff.
Yeah.
I never even seen Spirited Away.
Oh wow.
So I watched that and Princess Mononoke.
Yeah.
I was like, this is actually pretty
Oh my
dope.
gosh.
And then I watched
How's Moving Castle? Hopefully.
Earwig and the Witch.
Everybody's I love that one too. Yeah.
Spirited Away and House are like my
Yeah,
favorites.
those are like
Earwig and the Witch. Yeah.
Those are on
heard
the
about that
list.
one.
those
was
are
their
like
attempt
that's a
at, like,
newer one.
I was like, I think I'm gonna, because I just been dabbling. I'm like, I'm all over the place. There's so
Going
much
down
I have not seen, like that's just out there,
so
and I got
I would
access
say
to it.
pepper it in.
Yeah.
And for me,
Yeah.
what's been cool now, I've just been getting busier. So like, I really honestly, I can't sit down and watch subbed as much. And I know that I feel like I am glad we're kind of over the sub versus dub thing. Like it still comes up, but there was like a good 10-year stretch where it was like, you watch sub, you watch dub.
Long.
And I was like, oh, you're
Ridiculously
16,
long.
you don't got any bills.
Right.
Okay.
Right. You got time to sit there.
I'm at a point
Right.
now where I love this content. I can't sit and like do the chameleon eye thing right now. I got
need to
dishes to do.
multitask.
I got something. So like, boom. And right now I'm noticing Crunchy. A lot of times the dubs are like an episode, maybe 2 behind now. Like with Spy Family, it's like episode 6 just came out, but they already got episode
Simulcast,
5.
baby.
Fire.
Yeah.
I'm like on it just immediately.
They're slowly picking up.
That's what I would say. I would put it in the background like a podcast.
The fact that we got Tokusatsu channel on YouTube, was like a dense catalog, like a bunch of stuff nobody was looking for except for maybe
Only Gerard.
What?
It was for you.
even more than me. Yeah, they even have the Shin Kamen Rider
Wow.
movie where like he's a literal bug man. Like,
Yeah.
he has a whole transformation scene. Have you seen a trailer for the new Shin Kamen Rider?
I have not.
The same guy that did Shin Godzilla.
Yeah, and they also just released
Shin Ultraman.
Yeah.
What?
And they're saying it's really good. Yeah.
Really?
People have been raving about it. I mean, I
like Ultraman.
was an Ultraman child.
Yeah.
So yeah, Cosmos was my
You familiar with Tokusatsu?
Ultraman.
Not too much, no.
Okay.
No. Yeah. Have y'all seen Gurren Lagann?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
I feel like that's a good
Really
That's
good.
in
mix.
that was in your top 10
Yeah.
when you did like a top 10 of
Because it's
Yeah.
26.
It's
It's,
so
perfect.
It's so good.
perfect.
It ends.
Really
It has a beginning and an ending, and you like that was good.
And it
that
gave
was
you a little
fun.
bit of everything. It gave you the
Right.
mech, but it was more humanoidish
Little
mechs.
mecha, little shonen.
There
but,
was
like,
some fight
heartfelt.
aspect. Yeah, there was gunplay, all that stuff. Yeah, there was a lot in that.
Yeah.
Fun.
Also
Very heavy.
sad.
There's a story, love it, like all these things is just
Did-
working.
So we have this theory that we call the Z phase, because we typically take it off of like from Shonen traditionally, but it's when a show's been around a long time, they realize they got to revamp themselves and like enter this new element, being basically Ball turning into Z. So it's like you hit your Z phase. Does Sailor Moon have a Z phase? Because I don't think I've finished all of it. I know I've watched a hefty amount of it. I know the story.
I think story wise, they just make a shift to make it more like all right,
Galactic, I guess.
we got to
The
dig
third
more.
season, I
Third-
feel like, is when that shift happens because you get like a little more serious. The outer senshi come in, like
yeah.
Yeah, whenever
Yeah.
like the cast increases, right?
yeah,
Oh, the
like,
cast
oh.
increased in season and
yeah, like supposed to,
They
yeah,
introduced
yeah, because it get they grow to like the whole planets.
yeah.
I thought they did that like the first season though,
Because there was only a couple. There was only like
Yeah.
the first five, right? And then they started
Yeah.
getting.
which was
And then Uranus,
Moon, Venus,
Pluto,
Jupiter, Mars.
Yeah, in
Neptune,
no,
Wait.
wait, oh gosh,
Mercury. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then
Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter.
See,
and
it's
Moon.
like I want to say colors, but I'm like, nah, they don't even match up in my head. It's like, wait, Jupiter, yellow?
No.
Wait,
No.
no, it's
Yeah,
not.
then you get
Jupiter
like Pluto.
is green.
Right, because you got the electric
41.
thing.
Yeah,
Sporty, yeah.
the tomboy.
Man, yeah, I'm gonna keep watching Sailor Moon.
Yeah,
It's
and
just
so,
super.
I want to start watching Crystal.
It's
Apparently, it's good.
really good.
Crystal's. I feel like the original's better. I feel like Crystal's good though if you want like
Is it condensed?
it's
or
short.
something?
It's condensed
Yeah.
because it's more like the manga. Like the original '90s anime deviated so much from the manga because it was happening like coming out at the same time. So they changed a lot and added a lot of like filler. And so
Yeah.
the Crystal is like closer to the original manga story,
plot.
and it's
So it
also like
wasn't just a
super
dub.
condensed. Yeah.
It wasn't just because
No.
watching that, and seeing that, like we definitely kind of got gypped. I'm not gonna say gypped because we just still got introduced to it. But when it came to dubbed, and they just changed so much.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon and other animes.
Yeah.
It's like this is a completely different show.
Getting in an argument with a coworker about like it's like you realize that like the reason why we're like disappointed in Goku now is because we thought he was a superhero when we were kids and he never was. Like
I did see. I watched
because
Z.
the dub made him out to be Superman.
Yeah,
And he's
that's
not.
so true.
Oh my gosh, like that's
You're
literally.
Yeah.
I watched Z before Ball, so I
we
didn't know
all-
anything about him
every
being
one
a
of us-
kid.
Every one of us witnessed that the transformation in the speech. I am the defender. He ain't say none of that shit.
None of it.
No.
Say none of that.
Put your
No.
hands up.
That's what he said.
Right.
What they doing in the
Ready to
manga
fight.
now?
Yeah.
Him and Vegeta just jump. They
And then
about
they're
to jump
like,
this
oh,
dude
why
now.
is he so goofy? It's like he's been goofy, and it's like, yeah, you didn't see Ball, you didn't see this.
That's the
man
reason why people try to
bite people.
excuse
out.
my French, to try to shit on GT all the time because it's like, yo, this was supposed to be a Saturday morning cartoon about a granddad and his granddaughter. That's exactly what this is. This is goofy as hell.
It was just marketed raw.
It was. If you look at the intros, like I showed somebody recently, like the dubbed one, they tried to do the Dragon Ball Z thing, like the guitar riffs and make it all serious. You go to the Japanese, so much fun. You just like, yo, this is about to be a dope episode of them flying to a planet and trying to find a Dragon Ball. I think one of the Dragon Balls was like in a cavity and like a giant
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a
I
crazy.
remember that
Yeah,
one.
because they got scattered across the universe, not just Earth.
yeah. Because the first before I think the introduction like Baby I think before that
he was the first big bad guy.
Before that was just like hijinks. It was like every episode we don't know what the hell we're doing.
That's it.
I don't know.
It was like, nah, it was terrible. I'm like, all right, man, relax, man.
I gotta go back to the source. And then, are there any newer, either Magical Girl or non-other ones that you can think, or at least in that same vein that you can think of right
Or just either recommendations what you've been watching. I feel like everybody's been stepping out of their genre.
Yeah.
Like
It's just big. It's blown wide open now.
I'm excited for Chainsaw Man.
That's
on my radar.
Yeah.
When I saw people at Anime NYC in the full cosplay,
There's like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, I was surprised.
'Cause
Yeah.
you gotta have a 6-foot clearance with that. Like, there's no way you walking around with that and you not
Right.
sweating bullets. That like you go
In the
like,
suit.
hit somebody.
It's about three or four
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
Kaiju number 8 would be cool if that gets animated.
Apparently it is. I think it
Okay.
is. Yeah.
Wow,
There's
Chainsaw
also
Man.
Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. That one's really cute. It's really cute.
I
It's
think
about
she
like
got like the horns.
yeah,
Okay,
it's like
I've
dragons,
seen
but they turn into humans. But they're also just like roommates. Like it's cute.
Leave
But
it to Japan, like the imagination. Like, yo, what if my roommate
was a dragon?
was a dragon?
That's just what's
Yep,
dope about it. It's
basically.
like you never like. I mean, as far out there as One Piece, but even as like reserved as like a Death Note, where it's like, yeah, it's a nigga in his room doing whatever. It's still like
The rain.
we ain't thinking like this.
We
not thinking like this.
unfortunately we want to have to cut it short with Non.
Oh,
We
yeah,
got time
yeah,
constraints.
Head out.
Yeah.
Just I just have
Yes, keep
one
partying.
last
Oh, okay.
no one last question before we let you go. Can you explain that part of like that creativity that comes from Japan? It's like you find that point and then you just blow it up from there.
Speak from
Yeah,
all
so
of
you're
Japan.
trying to
Or
let me give you a dissertation
Not-
on storytelling
not-
history and
That's the last question.
No. And I
Real quick.
mean that in a very light way of like, how do you see it? Like, how does that influence your work
Well, I think
and whatnot? Like, what have you picked? Because you said
okay.
like your family has a history in just overall like.
Well, I do
writing
have
or
this like
entertainment.
theory, right, of how we just because we have been able to kind of exist as a culture for so long, right? Like American history is like literally 200 years long,
Right.
Versus when we learn history in Japan, we start at like year 600 and earlier, right?
Right.
But like by 600, people are making art and shit. So like
Right.
we've just had so much time for like stories and fiction and like narratives to evolve within our culture that like it, you know, people topping each other for 200 years versus people topping each other for like
That's a good
over, like,
point.
thousands of years. Like,
Folding
Cut it.
over.
Cut it.
Folding it.
Get out the booth.
Get out the booth.
Harrison, shut it down.
Harrison, get a fire stick.
Shut it down.
you know, like yeah, we're gonna have to start thinking of some wacky shit.
She about to blow
Someone's
Tribe
gonna
out.
Be like,
Keep people's
someone already
attention.
did that, right?
Damn.
So-
Damn. So we was
Yeah.
mad. So like, for us, it was like Adult Swim was like, all right, hey, this is our being like weird. And Japan was like, what?
Right.
What?
Yeah.
It's like for our kids.
They dropped the drop 3 just on the table and
Hard body motherfucker got the heart of a killer.
So yeah, that's probably
Every season.
definitely an aspect. You know,
Double
like
this.
I don't know, but
That makes
Nah,
a lot
it
of
was-
sense because I feel like a lot of other countries honestly have like better media than most American media.
No, they definitely.
So like
they
that makes
definitely
a
do.
lot of sense because they've just been around for longer and like have been developing these stories for so long. So that's a good theory.
Foreign
I get behind it.
actors, like
Yeah.
they clean up over here.
Clean
like
up.
almost
Right.
every actor's story is like, oh, somebody just found me, or I just decided to try to do it.
Right, I was
Didn't
just chilling.
study.
came to America.
Nothing.
Figure it out. It's like-
Yeah, I used to play ball. Now I think I can act. Like,
And they can.
yeah. Nine, thank you so much.
thank you so much for having
again.
me.
It was so nice
I'm
meeting
enjoying
you.
it. It was so nice
Great.
meeting you as well.
Be talking to
I
you.
can't wait for our paths across again.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
Yeah, where can people find you now?
Yeah,
Oh.
shout it out
Real
again.
quick.
Shout it out again.
All your
Oh,
projects.
Thank you. You're
Again.
always letting me
Yeah.
shout
Just
out.
randomly say
you
like,
never know,
oh,
some
I
people
made a
that might be
movie.
jumping around.
I worked on a movie.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I did edit a whole ass movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Goddamn Toonie Loons by Raccoon Theater Company. Just came out. It's streaming on Stellar. But anyway, you can find me Non Kuramoto. My name is pretty Googleable, but on Instagram I'm at Nyanchate, NYANCHATTE. Twitter, none of your business. My website is nonkuramoto.com. I don't know why you would would be looking at my
You
website
got a
unless
QR
I
code?
applied for a job.
QR code card. We'll throw it up. We'll throw it up in post.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm doing things all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Great,
I love it.
I'm telling you, great follow. You just like, what is
All
Nam
the
doing?
time.
What is she doing
Just open
today?
up a timeout in New York. She got something going on. Now I appreciate you, though.
Thank you.
No problem.
Oh, yeah.